everyone, it's Bob Hamel. I know it's been a long time. I've been very negligent about doing shows, but we're back. We're going to do this one and we're going to have fun. So today, you can see I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. What do you think I'm going to make? Well, I'm going to make one of the most popular food items that in America today, the simple, humble taco. So I work at a Mexican restaurant right now, and we have probably a dozen tacos on the menu. They're all different, they're all good, but basically, the permutations of a taco are endless. You can make anything you want with it, with any kind of ingredients. For today, what we're going to do is just a very simple preparation of a chicken breast that we're going to saute. It's got some of my favorite red spice on it, which is a combination of smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and Aleppo pepper. It's phenomenal flavoring. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a pico de gallo, and I put roasted corn in my pico because it has a little bit of that sweetness factor that goes and plays nicely against the heat from the chicken. Also going to do black bean puree because you have to have a nice little bean component to it. And when I do the black bean puree, I cook it on the stove, add in a little roasted garlic, my favorite component of all time, with a little homemade chicken stock. We're going to do some guacamole with some cilantro and a little bit of chopped up yellow roasted pepper. And then for a side component, I've got a fennel and radish salad that's got very, very thinly sliced pieces of fennel, the fennel frond, and the, what else did I say? Oh yeah, what did I put in there? Oh yeah, some red pepper and some radish. So gives it a little bit of nice crunch. The dressing on that's going to be just a simple vinaigrette. I'm going to use some lemon juice to brighten it up because lemon juice will always do that. It kind of helps intensify the flavors. So let's get started. First thing, let's get my stove going. We're going to do the black beans puree because this is going to take the most amount of time to cook up. And I'm also going to, which I don't have here, but I will get it, my immersion blender. We're going to motorboat the thing to make it all nice and pureed. So I've got some black beans in here, some frozen chicken stock. This will all reduce down nicely. And some roasted garlic. You know I love roasted garlic. It's one of my most favorite flavors of all times. So this is going to start to meld together. We want to get the stock to unfreeze. So let's let this cook down for a bit. Okay. We're going to put them in on soft corn tortillas. I've got 6 of them in here. I'm going to put this in the oven later on to cook them. I use a clay pot because it steams it beautifully. But for the time being, let's just put this to the side because we don't want to overcook them. That's doing good. Okay, I'm going to get my immersion blender out. This is my immersion blender, sometimes known as the motorboat. Okay, so this is beginning to cook down. This is good. You want these flavors just to kind of meld together. So I like to add a little bit of black pepper because I like black pepper. Don't do salt. There's enough salt in the broth from the chicken, so there's no need to do anything else with that. And the reason you might look at this and say, wow, that's 4 cubes of chicken stock. That seems like a lot. It really isn't going to be because the beans will tend to almost make a paste. So let's hit the temperature on that a little bit. While that's cooking, what else can we do? Well, let's take a look at our guacamole, right? What I have here is one avocado. Cut it in half and just peeled it from the just took it off the peel with a spoon. So we got what I did was you have to make sure that the avocado is nice and soft because otherwise it's just not going to you can't work with it. So just cut it in half, pop the seed out, a big seed. Just usually take your knife and just whack it with the base of the knife, and it connects, and flip it out, get rid of it. And then take a tablespoon and just peel around the outside, and this is what you get. You get a whole avocado. So what I'm going to do here is take my avocado. At work, when we make guacamole, we just take a big old spoon and start mashing it. And that's going to work. How's my beans doing? My beans are doing good. Now I'm going to add the red peppers. I like red pepper in it. Also going to add a little bit of lemon juice, and the reason for that is, one, for flavor, of course, but secondly, avocados oxidize really fast, so this will turn to brown. Flavor will still be the same, but the color will be off, and it just doesn't look that good. So take a little bit of lemon juice, bring it in, squeeze. You don't want the seeds. That should be enough. Come over here, check this out. This is doing good. I'm going to take the temperature down just a hair on this, because I don't want to burn it. Okay, so we have this is the beginning of our guacamole. Again, a little pepper. And then, what else can we put in here? I've got cumin, chili powder, white pepper, chipotle powder, a little bit of cilantro. Definitely want that. I think I like to have a little bit of cumin and a little bit of the ancho chili. This is a smoked pepper, so it's going to give it a little bit of a smoky quality, which really heightens the depth of flavor. So let's take a look at this. This is looking pretty darn good, I think. Oh, it's looking like guacamole. Okay, there's that. Let's taste it. Oh yeah, it's perfect. That's good. All right, let's set this aside, and let's go back to our beans, because I think they're about ready. I'm going to cut the temperature down to this, turn it off, get my immersion blender. You can see it's just a little blade. Works phenomenally. It's Emeril Lagasse that used to say, hey, get out the motorboat. And it just tickles me. Okay, so we got this going. You could put this in a food processor and it would pretty much do the same thing. It might make it a little bit too pulverized, and then it could get a little gritty if the beans aren't cooked all the way through. That's doing good. Yeah, the color is coming out nice, the consistency, the texture, the beans are doing good. It's a little loose, means it's got a lot of liquid in it, but I'm going to put this on the other burner and let it cook a little bit more, and that'll reduce some of the liquid in it. So let's do that. Let's get rid of this for a moment. I'll be back to you. Okay, because my stove is old, I need to use the old fire method. So let's get that. I'm going to put this on, put the beans on here on low, just because I want that temperature I want the liquid to come out. I want it to tighten up a bit. So let's go do some chicken. What I have for chicken, get always a little oil. olive oil, or that's actually canola oil. So let's get our chicken out. My chicken is the chicken tenderloins. I took them out, and with the tenderloin, you've got a tendon running through it. And you need to get rid of that because it doesn't taste good. What you do is just take the flat end, the edge of a knife, and just run it straight down. It's almost like filleting fish. It's the same process. So let's get some heat. And once you get the tenderloin out, and it runs the whole length of the fillet, but once you get it out, it's fine. So I used my red spice to marinate it. I have no oil, nothing, just going to be the oil in the pan. And let's get this going. These will be, as you can see, there's 4 tenderloins. And what we'll do, once those are cooked, and we're going to prepare it, when we serve it, we're just going to chop it up and put it in a bowl, and people can do their own. Okay, so this is looking good. This is coming together. I like that. I like the consistency of that, because as that cools, it'll also thicken up a bit. Let's keep this here. Yeah, the chicken's going to cook very quickly. One of the things that you can do later in the preparation is to add some flavor to the chicken. What you can do is you can hit it with an acid, like a lime juice or lemon juice. Don't want to do it during the cooking process because acids tend to toughen up meat. That's why if you make a marinade and you have lemon juice in it, or lime juice or vinegar or something like that, especially if you're using shrimp or something, it just toughens it right up, and it's not good to eat. So let's take a look at this. So I would just put in juices, lemon juices and acids at the end. Okay, I need another tool. Hold on one second. Alright, here we go. This will work. So my chicken is cooking. My beans are cooking. Let's use 2 hands today. There we go. If it sticks a little bit, it's okay. We're just going to scrape it up anyways at the end. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook. I'll be back in just a second. I got some cleanup to do here. See you in a minute. Alright, the bean puree, like I said, this is the thing that takes the longest to cook, but it is pretty much done. I can smell the chicken, so I'm going to turn the heat off on this. I'm going to let this keep going so it doesn't burn too much. Just going to hit it with another bit of oil. And that's going to help. Chicken is almost done. You want to make sure it's done all the way through. Alright, that's good, that's good. Let's get the tortillas in the oven. So I'm going to put it on very low temperature, 200 degrees. There we go. The rack in the oven is 3/4 of the way. Perfect, just fits. That's all you have to do with the tortillas. Just put them in, because the clay is going to create a nice heating element, and it's going to sort of steam the tortillas, but not get them hard. All right, this is looking good. This is done. We're going to take this off the stove, off the heat. It's still cooking. It's still going to cook for a few minutes, and I want that to happen because I want it to cook through. All right, those guys are good. What do we got here? This is my pico de gallo. I have onion, fresh corn that we cooked last night on the grill, and then tomato. Just going to mix this up, break it up, break the corn up, and this will be a nice topping for the tacos. So there's some liquid. What I did with the tomato is I didn't want it to be too loose, too runny. So I took the seeds and the liquid out of it, just squeezed them out so you only had the tomato itself. So let's get some flavor components in there. Let's get a little bit of pepper. I'm going to go with some chili, just a little bit of chili, a little bit of white pepper, and I'm going to save the lime for when we serve it. So let's, okay, I've got some, oh, this is a lemon cucumber white balsamic vinegar. This will give it that lemon flavor. Let's just hit it with a little bit. You don't need much. That was maybe half of a tablespoon. And you want to have the same pretty much component for the olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, could be canola oil. It's, you know, whatever floats your boat. So check this out. This is coming together. Yeah, that's got good smell to it. Let's do the taste test. Just get a little bit of the corn, a little bit of the tomato. Oh yeah, that's going to be nice. This is going to sit for a few hours. All the flavors are going to come together, and it's just going to be another topping for the tacos. So what do we got so far? We've got guacamole. We've got the pico de gallo. We've got our black bean puree. We've got our chicken. What are we missing? How about a little cheese? This is a walk-in cheese. It's sort of like a Mexican feta cheese. So you got that salt factor, and it's crumbly like a feta, but it's delicious. This is just so good. When we prepare this tonight, what I'm going to do is put this up. Everything is going to go in little bowls, and we're just going to take it and bring it outside if we're eating outside, and you can just mix and match and do whatever you want. Okay, what's left? A side salad. Always got to have a side salad. Let's take a look. What do we got here? I have a salad that is fennel, raw orange pepper, and radish. And what this is going to do is this is going to have a really, really nice crunch factor. And so with the crunch, what you want to do is you want something that's going to be light, not too heavy. And so all I'm going to do is just dress this with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some more black pepper, maybe just a touch of cilantro. And again, this is going to be about a teaspoon worth, maybe a little more than that. You don't need much, because it's just basically to coat. People tend to use too much dressings. Things start to drown in the dressing. So you just want a nice little balance. Let's go. So these are the fennel fronds. You can see they're going to look almost like calamari rings, for lack of a better word. So I've got the bulb of the fennel, the fronds of the fennel, and the fronds actually, they're going to give you great flavor. If you didn't have the fronds and you had something like dill, you could use that. It would give you a different flavor profile, but it would be good. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's give it the all-important taste. Let's get radish, fennel. Just go in for this one. That's going to work out really nice. Again, as it sits, it builds flavor. So that's good. That's looking good. Our chicken is done. Let's look at this. Our chicken is complete. It's got the red spice. We've got our black bean puree. That's gonna, the consistency on this is gonna tighten up. It's already thickening up, you can see. That's gonna be good. So when we make this for dinner, what I'll do, let's get the last component out. So when I do this tonight, what I would do would be to take my tortilla. I would layer on a little of this. I would put on some of the chopped up chicken, then layer on guacamole, pico, and this will be served on the side. Dust it on the top with a little guac cheese. Fold it up and dine. And that's a taco. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. I hope you go make this one of these times. And just remember, in my house, it's all about flavor. We don't do salts or sauces too much. We just want the natural flavors within the food itself to come out and tease your palate. All right? I'm Bob Hamel. See you again. Take care.